The second category of long-term operating assets that we're going to look at with regards to impairments is our intangibles with indefinite lives. Let's look at US GAAP. First, asset grouping. If they are operated as a single asset, then go ahead and group them together. If they are not, then you test, then each intangible needs to be as kind of individually looked at. Okay, so asset grouping done. When to test? Annually. They have to be tested annually. A firm has two options for determining when to test indefinite life intangible assets. First, they can do what's called a qualitative analysis. You assess qualitative factors annually to determine whether it's necessary to do the quantitative test. Indefinite life intangibles are tested annually because they are not amortized, and thus they're more likely to be overstated. If it turns out that it is more likely than not that the asset's impaired, then we go on to do the quantitative test. The second option for the annual test is just to go ahead and do a quantitative test. Find its fair value, look at its carrying value, and just compare. Assuming that we need to do a comparison of fair value to carrying value, so we have to actually do the test for impairment. Basically, we just compare the two amounts, fair value to carrying value. There is no recoverability test based on future undiscounted cash flows. Many indefinite life intangibles easily meet the recoverability test because their cash flows extend many years. Remember, they're indefinite life into the future. So we go ahead and record the impairment loss directly. We record it as a debit to the impairment loss, and we credit the intangible asset or asset group together. Going forward, what do? We start over. We use the new carrying value, the fair value as its new carrying value, and go forward. And then we'll remember to test it annually because it is required for this particular group.